All right, hello everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And if you saw my earlier video, White Black Cat in the Hat deck, and we were trying to do a little bit different version of this because, as you know, the Cat in the Hat is wearing a red and white hat. And so it can't be white and black. And so I try to build a new version of the deck, kind of using some of the old things we did, where you have a Regal Caracal, Helm of the Host. We are not playing Panharmonicon this time, however. We are playing a couple Anointed Processions, and then a whole bunch of fun early game stuff, which is another deck that's been really popular lately, which is the Mentor of the Meek deck with Militia Bugler, creating a bunch of small, like really good synergy with a bunch of two toughness creatures and two power creatures, and playing Oketra's Monument, creating a bunch of 1/1 warriors, drawing a ton of cards off of Mentor the Meek. And so we're trying to kind of mix these two synergies together, and I do think it actually will work fairly well. So Helm of the Host can equip onto a creature for 5 mana, so it is quite expensive, but then it creates a copy of that creature every single combat phase, which is a great synergy with Mentor the Meek because we create another, sometimes, a 2/2 creature. Everything we have here, besides our one of Shalai, will create will create something that will draw for something for Mentor the Meek. So as far as that goes, we pay 5 that first time, but then we create free value without having to pay anything to create drawing triggers for Mentor the Meek. So in that way, it does help us out. But the rest of the deck, pretty much, we're just running the Mentor the Meek deck, where we're drawing cards off of him, drawing cards off of Militia Bugler, creating a bunch of small stuff, trying to make a big Ajani's Pridemate, possibly with Ajani's Welcome. I play this in just about every deck I've built so far, so I like the card. It's pretty fun. It helps us go to the late game with stuff. Using some red to get into a little bit more removal, as well as our cast outs, and then also just trying to play an awesome Cat in the Hat synergy here if we draw into it. Our cat is technically only 4 mana if we get to the Oketra's Monument, so we're playing a little bit cheaper version of this, but I mean, we still have to run 24 land or 23 lands for the Helm of the Host. So we'll see how this goes. I've had some success already, but it definitely is dependent on the draw. So wish us luck, and we'll get into the gameplay. All right, here we are playing Cat in the Hat, Red White Cat in the Hat in Arena Standard, and let's see what we can do with this deck. And here we have, this is actually pretty good start out. We have card draw, we have all the colors we're needing. We're trying not to draw into any more, but yeah, we have pretty much everything we need here for this. So let's see how this goes. So um, playing against Goblins. That's a good land draw there, so we can get into our Shalai, protect a lot more of our stuff here on the board from spot removal. And enough of our stuff has big enough toughness that we're not just blown out by a Goblin Chain Whirler, which we know they're going to have in this deck. So what we do here, we play down Inspiring Vantage, play Aviary Mechanic, bounce back nothing. And I probably could have kept that back for the Militia Bugler, but I just want to have a blocker for these guys. And I mean, I already played a land, so yeah, decline. So they have a shock, that's fine. We will play down Militia Bugler next turn. They swing in for 3. We go down to 16. Ooh, Oketra's Monument. All right, so new plan. We hope that they don't just go crazy next turn, and we will play our planes into Oketra's Monument, making everything else in our hand a little bit cheaper. And next turn, I mean, we could play our Regal Caracal next turn. Let's see what we draw into first, because I do want to build up the board, have a little bit more protection that way. But creating lifelinkers, ooh, all right, all right. So this is what we do. So we're going to play Mountain this turn. We're going to Militia Bugler for 2. Let's see here, actually. Yeah, we want to be drawing cards. So we're going to Militia Bugler. See if we can draw into a 1-drop that we can play with the Aviary Mechanic and bounce it back to our hand, have another one, hopefully another Aviary Mechanic. That'd be awesome. Or a Mentor of the Meek. That would be, yeah. So there's some good things we can hit off this. And there's our Mentor of the Meek. And, I mean, it's a little bit dangerous, but let's go ahead and play the Mentor of the Meek. Ha get our card draw engine going for next turn, and we're in pretty good shape here. We can definitely get blown out a little bit, but they're going to have to play a lot of cards to do so. And we still have some great stuff in hand. So, I mean, I think what we do next turn, even though it doesn't trigger card draw, we play Shalai into the Aviary Mechanic to bounce Bugler and draw a card. And I think that that's going to be a pretty good turn. Protect all of our stuff, create more 1/1s, and yeah. So, okay, so Goblin Chainwhirler, that is bad. So, I mean, we're losing our 1/1s, but we're going to rebuild next turn. So, we basically, and we can block with one guy here. We know they don't have anything else. I mean, they do have more mana, I guess, available to them. All right, so are they going to play another Chainwhirler? Okay, they're going to shock the Bugler. Interesting. I mean, that does take away a lot of our stuff. So no blockers. They get in for 2. Shalai is going to be good here. So let's see here. So we play Mountain. What we could do is Regal Caracal and bounce it back again, so we can just create a bunch of lifelinkers. I want to do that when I can actually play more of them. We could Magma Spray. So let's do this. So I don't think we're going to be bouncing anything back. So let's go ahead and play the Aviary Mechanic to draw a card. See what our options are here. Pay 1, draw a card. So we get a Militia Bugler. And so we're going to decline, not returning anything back right now. And let's see here. We can pay 1 more, play the Bugler, draw some more, and do we get the Shalai down? I think that we do. So we're going to decline this time. We're going to play Shalai, give protection to everything else, create another warrior, and just start building up our deck. So, I mean, we do get blown out a little bit with the Goblin Chainwhirler, but they're going to have to take care of the Shalai first. So we're in decent shape here. And so, yeah, no attackers. And we'll pass turn. And hoping to, I mean, hopefully we can just gain some life with the Regal Caracal. Maybe draw into an Ajani's Pridemate. And we're in decent shape here as long as they stay on 3 lands and don't draw into anything else crazy here. All right, so they're going to Lightning Strike. And then I'm guessing they have a Chainwhirler. They're just going to sack some creatures, destroy a little bit more of the board, which, I mean, is bad for us, but they're spending a lot of cards to do that. We know what they're going to have. Okay, so just another Lightning Strike. That's fine. And they destroyed their Skirk Prospector. That's interesting. So they lost out on some mana there. Ooh, Ajani's Pridemate is pretty fun here. So what we do... I mean, we really wish we had our Ajani's Welcome as well here. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Ajani's Pridemate. We are not going to pay... Oh, man, do we draw cards and just draw with Militia Bugler? I think we do. So we're going to pay 1, draw. We're going to play the... Ooh, and we still can here. We are going to pay another, draw another card. We will play the Plains, play the Militia Bugler, draw another card. We will... Let's go ahead and draw first. Oh yeah, we'll pay 1. Pay 1, draw cards. Drawing cards is always good. So can't pay for that one. We'll get another Ajani's Pridemate. Oh, we put the Helm of the Host to the bottom, unfortunately. And we're not going to attack here. We're waiting for our first striker so we can play Magma Spray and kill the Goblin Chainwhirler. We do have a few of those. So no attackers now. And opponent scoops it up. So yeah, so this is the value of just drawing so many cards each turn. We would have got down our cat eventually there. I wanted to make sure the Ajani was a life linker as he went as well and buffed him up. So, but still super fun deck as you can see. And let's see if we can get another win in another game. All right, here we go with another game of Cat in the Hat, Red, White, Cat in the Hat. You know, and with Mentor of the Meek, I was thinking that he's kind of like Where's Waldo playing with another Red, White hat there. So we are playing all of the storybook characters in this deck, and this is a little interesting. We will keep this. Hoping to draw into some good stuff. I really like this Direfleet Daredevil with the Helm of the Host. Sometimes, depending on the deck, we can create steal something from their graveyard every single turn, exiling stuff from the graveyard. At least the instants and sorceries, which is great against control matchups. We all are only running one of though with him because it's not that amazing. But the first strike ability is pretty awesome. So let's see what our opponent does. Plays the Plains, pass the turn. Ooh, I do like a Knight of Grace there. So we're going to go ahead and play Plains, play the Knight of Grace, and pass the turn. So we have a couple really good first strikers here at the beginning, which can slow down a lot of decks. Of course, they do have removal here if they get into it. So we're going to play Sheffet Dunes. Really hoping we draw into that next land for some of this stuff. I mean, this is a really weird setup that we have here so far. We're going to attack. Looks like opponent has a response of some sort. Maybe like cycling a cast out. So we swing in 4-2. Yep, so they seal away as expected. I mean, so there is a reason to keep the cast out then already, but not that great. So we're going to go blockers. And so we're just going to go ahead, play, let's play this Ajani's Pridemate now. Pass the turn, and we may just cast out, cycle the cast out here to try to draw into land, trying to draw into Mentor the Meek, something a little bit better than what we've got here, Oketra's Monument, and just build up our board state here a little bit. All right, so opponent is playing Oketra's Monument. All right, so we will hold on to this cast out because I think that being able to cast that out is just the best thing we can do. So hope for land. There is a land, and I think that we just immediately, because it goes as things are cast, so this is our first opportunity before they can cast anything, unless we stopped on their upkeep. But either way, so take that, go swing in for 2. We do have the Settle the Wreckage if they are building tons of tokens here. We can play the Anointed Procession, which I mean doesn't do much for us here, but we're really hoping for Oketra's Monument. We're a Mentor of the Meek. Gallant Cavalry. Ooh, that's an interesting one. So yeah, this is definitely the Mentor of the Meek deck. I think what we do here is, play down our first striker, just slow them down a little bit here, and pass turn. We didn't get any value out of that. Like, the only thing I think they would have is Pride of the Conquerors, which by the time they play it, we're going to be dead anyway. So we just play it. I don't want to be settling the wreckage to let them draw cards yet either or get more land because it can be pretty good to have land there. So they're paying 4 mana. Ixalan's Binding, it looks like they're taking the cast out, getting back Oketra's Monument. We only are playing the 1 cast out, so which we probably should be playing more, but that works out pretty well. All right, so we draw into land here. Anointed Procession does nothing until we actually draw into our engine here, so we're just going to tap those, play Bugler, draw into nothing, which, all of these we are totally fine having go to the bottom right now. We could probably do some stuff with the Caracal. I don't like whiffing there, of course, but um, so yeah. So we do have a blocker here now, which they can create a lot of stuff. So no attackers. I mean, we're not going to be winning just by pinging in damage. We're going to win by having a bigger board state than they do, and then probably settling the wreckage and then swing in with a massive board. That's probably the way that we actually win this game. All right, so opponent plays Danitha, creates a warrior. We could throw in Danitha in here as well for the Helm of the Host. I forgot about that. That would actually be pretty good. Because the issue with Danitha is just that it's a legendary, so you can't play lots. But if you are, and if you're doing with Helm of the Host, that actually is pretty fun. So, I mean, we get a redraw here. And so we will take it. So, Militia Bugler. Taking Mentor the Meek. There we go. So, hopefully we can draw into some other things. So no attackers. Luckily everything only has 2 power on their side of the board, and so we can kill anything. I mean, yeah. So as long as they don't have any pump spells, which they might, they're going to attack first. All right. So no attacks. That's good. So we draw planes, and we are going to get down our Mentor of the Meek. And just hope to draw into some card draw triggers next turn. Hope to get Oketra's Monument. I can play down the Anointed Procession next turn. I'm not too worried about keeping up Settle the Wreckage just yet. Although the problem is that we're not playing anything like Pride of the Conquerors, anything like that to just win out. We have to be winning by just having a better board presence. We're trying to do way too many things with this deck, but hey, it's fun. And I mean, we're not losing yet, so oh boy. Alright, so paying 2 mana, dubbing the warrior. Interesting. Or yeah, so making it into a Knight. A 3/3 with first strike. That's pretty interesting. I mean, so they can start swinging in now. Which I don't think they're going to be swinging in with a lot. Probably just this guy every turn. Which is fine. As long as they're not playing creatures. They don't have... maybe they have like 5 drops or something here. So yeah, no blockers. A Helm of the Host would actually work pretty well here as well. So we're going to play down Ajani's Welcome. I mean, we could save up to Settle the Wreckage in case they draw into something here, but we're going to play Anointed Procession. Hope for something good next turn. So no attackers right now. What we've done here now is that if ever we do get our engine going, we definitely have the greater value here. So they do have Chef at Dunes, which is pretty bad for us here. They can swing in for a lot. But I don't think we're quite literally dead right now. So, but we're pretty darn close. So I think what we do, I mean, we can block a lot of stuff. We're going to keep the Mentor of the Meek, keep a couple of different creatures that we want, but block enough to not have too much damage happen, and then Settle the Wreckage on the next turn if they attack in. I mean, we probably should have left that up that turn. So Chef at Dunes goes down. They're going to go attacking. They're gaining life here with Danitha. So Knight of Grace swings in. So what we do is we will block the warrior for sure. And I think we just start chumping the biggest creatures. So we will, let's see, Militia Bugler, I'm fine trading there. So Militia Bugler, go. And then maybe just kill a couple other things that they have on the board. We're not taking too much damage, so I mean, they can kill both of these, but we at least trade with one other thing. So 4 blockers, keep our Mentor of the Meek. We keep 2 creatures there. We have Settle the Wreckage for next turn. Sunscourge Champion, and we're just going to... So no attackers. I mean, one thing about Sunscourge Champion is that if we do block with it here, we can get it back with Anointed Procession, gain a lot of life. So, I mean, there is actually a reason to say that we do that, just to keep acting like we don't have the Settle the Wreckage. So, I mean, it's not amazing. We gain 3 life here with the Ajani's Welcome. And, I mean, that way they can't... if they do attack in here, we're okay with that. So yeah, so and we get a draw card. I keep forgetting about that. So we're gonna pay 1 as well. Draw a card. Yeah, and so Johnny's Pridemate. Don't get a draw card this time with it. But make it into a 3/3. So take action. And, you know, so we've rebuilt the board here a little bit. I mean, another Chef at Dunes, other stuff like that is definitely bad, but we're okay blocking with a few of these creatures. So they're going to attack in with the Warrior. We will definitely block with this Sunscourge Champion. Absolutely. So when it comes back, it won't be 2/2, but it's still going to be awesome. All right, so we can... All right, so we're going to keep the Mountain, actually. And... pay 2, discard, or pay 4, discard a card. Discard a Mountain. All right, so gaining 10 life. And a bunch of triggers for this Ajani's Pridemate. All right, so now we have a 7/7. And so we do have 2 4/4 blockers. They have first strike with these guys and this guy. So, I mean, we don't attack in yet. So no attackers, and I mean, we've rebuilt our board here. We're back to 22 life, and I mean, we're hoping for something actually good eventually here. So another Knight of Grace, a bunch of first strikers. So I mean, we're powerful on defense, but not on offense right now. All right, so we're going to... All right, so yeah, Mentor the Meek. I mean, that's definitely good. Pay 1. Yep, take action. Put another counter on Pridemate. And we will play Clifftop Retreat. And no attackers. We're still going to stay on defense. We are definitely... What we want to do is wait until we actually start drawing into our stuff. So now with Mentor the Meek, if we draw into any of our creatures, besides even Regal Caracal, because it creates the 2 tokens, we can just start drawing 2 cards, 4 cards a turn with that. So yeah, so we're in good shape. All right, so perfect. This is amazing here. So Aviary Mechanic. We're going to bounce back a Militia Bugler. Draw 2 cards. So return Militia Bugler. We're going to pay 1 there. Draw a card. And we really want this Oketra's Monument. So pay 1 more. Draw a card. And I mean, we can bounce back Aviary Mechanic next turn. So take action. I think what we do here, I don't want to put the Oketra's Monument to the bottom with that. So I think what we do here is we play Knight of Grace, create some first strikers as well here. Draw another card. And we've about drawn through half our deck, created a massive Ajani's Pridemate. We do have these 4/4s, which make these guys bigger. So we're taking action. Oh, he comes in as a 3/2. Okay, so we don't get a draw card there. I should have played the Aviary Mechanic, but I do think having the first striker against some of these is definitely worthwhile. So they can't attack him with these other guys safely now. So I mean, we're in pretty good shape here. So yeah, no attackers until we get the Pridemate. Oh no, not you attacking. I said no attackers. And we'll pass turn. So I mean, I think a fumigate is really the only big thing that can destroy us here, which I'm not sure if they play it because they're trying to go wide as well. Um, all right, so we play planes, and we are always fine with land because land helps us out a lot here. So I think what we do is we play Aviary Mechanic, bounce the Aviary Mechanic, try to draw into this Oketra's Monument, bounce the Aviary's Mechanic, pay one, draw a card, land, pay one more, draw a card, Helm of the Host. Oh, it's fun. And I think, I mean, we can keep drawing cards, doing more fun things, and we can do this again with the Aviary Mechanic. But I think that we kind of just show them some other fun things we can do. Ah, man, tough choices here. I mean, so let's go ahead and draw two more cards. You know what? No, we came to play Helm of the Host on fun stuff, and so we could create more ways to. Yeah, so this. Oh boy, we can put it on the Ajani's Pridemate, create more huge things. So they either have a board clear here, or next turn we just go off like crazy. I mean, even if they remove our Mentor the Meek, we have some crazy fun stuff to do here. So um, no attackers still. Oh, this is so fun. So, I mean, this is the other thing too. With the Anointed Procession, we're creating two of anything every turn. So I think that we put it on the Ajani's Pridemate, just because it gets big, it's gaining us life, they're triggering every turn, and it comes in as a 2/2. And so then we can draw off a Mention the Meek as well every turn. And I think we can do that and hold up Settle the Wreckage as well. So we are going to pay two, put this on a Johnny's Pridemate. I mean, so we can't draw cards and save Settle Wreckage, but I think we're okay. So do they have a cast down here for this? If they do, that's fine. So they're going to cast down our Johnny's Pridemate. So they use their only black mana, so that's fine here. So we're going to go ahead play another Aviary Mechanic. Bounce back Aviary Mechanic. We're going to pay one, draw a card. Another Johnny's Pridemate is awesome there. Pay one, draw a card. Some more first strikers. And we'll go no attackers. So we did lose out on our big power there, and like that probably would have been a good time to hold up stuff because they probably think this will be the only time for them to go attacking. Let's see, they're playing stuff quick here, so maybe a Vroskington. Okay, Gonti, Lord of Luxury. So I do like this too. These guys, I thought they were just playing mono white, but they are playing some extra fun stuff here as well. So you can see kind of a mix of these two decks. And I mean, we could do pretty bad here. So they play Militia Bugler, trying to search for their Mentor the Meek and go crazy as well. And I do think that Helm of the Host wins in this matchup here. So I mean, they can definitely draw lots of cards, do stuff. But the thing is that once we get this onto something, we get to draw those every time. I mean, we can draw through our deck so quick here. And the biggest thing is just trying to get it on something useful. So I mean, we want to hold onto our Settle the Wreckage and actually be able to swing back for lethal when it happens. So first off, we play a Johnny's Pridemate. And I want to be able to... So we're going to pay one life, or pay one, draw one card, and I think that we decline on the other one. Let's see, how much mana do we have? So we can play one more thing. Let's go ahead and draw one more card. We're going to put this on the Pridemate. So you can see the value of Mentor the Meek. We know that they're playing them as well. All right, so here's all the triggers starting to come for us. All right, so we are going to, all right, and we have to play this fast, so draw a card. Won't be able to get the other triggers. We're going to gain life. tons more triggers happen. We got to take action, play fast, so we don't time out with these. And this is just going to happen every single turn now. And we're going to get some massive creatures and soon just be able to attack them with them. And then if we get the Regal Caracal out, so I mean, so no attackers again. Pass the turn. Have to discard. We're going to discard a Stone Quarry. And the opponent scoops it up. So we didn't get it on our Regal Caracal, but we did get a cat inside of the hat. And you can see the value of that there. And that's why I do think Helm of the Host is valuable if you're playing cards like that. Again, it won us the game if we're able to draw into lots of cards, do everything like that. So, I mean, I like playing it as a one of here and there. It is definitely a win more card, but there are certain decks like those when they're building wide, you're stalling out the game, that Helm of the Host gives you so much value if you have the engine to kind of build around it. All right, so we got 2 wins in there. So this deck actually is semi-powerful, and we played against kind of a mirror match. And I mean, we drew into the Mentor of the Meek, which is our our Where's Waldo card for this deck, and so super fun. It did work out for us, and I mean, I definitely think there's better ways to go about it. But as you can see, the reason why I'm playing a lot of this stuff is because a lot of these cards you're getting one ofs, two ofs. You know, you might have a lot of your uncommon cards, wild cards, but not a lot of the rares. So I'm trying to play a lot of stuff where you're not going to have the full play set here. You know, some other things you can do with these decks to have fun, try out some fun, cool synergies, and show you that there are some fun synergies outside of just your typical deck building. And so Helm of the Host, Anointed Procession, Oketra's Monument, Regal Caracal, Mentor of the Meek, all this stuff, super fun, and I hope you enjoyed the deck. If you did, please comment down below, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, definitely appreciate it. Comment down below, let us know some changes you'd like to make to the deck, let me know if you want me to play it again, and see if we can get even more crazy combos, because we never did quite get the Helm of the Host on the Caracal, but we did get it onto our Johnny's Pridemate, which I mean is just as good. Super fun deck, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon, and we'll see you next time.